Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the bench. All right. I know what you're thinking. OpenGD77. It's been around for quite a while, but I just got my hands on this GD77. And let's be honest, the stock firmware in it is about as exciting as a silent key. So today, we're flashing OpenGD77 on this thing because we can, and because it turns this budget box into a feature-packed digital Swiss Army radio. So what does OpenGD77 actually do that makes it worth the firmware flash? Well, how about real VFO mode, like a real radio again, manual talk group override, so you can punch in talk groups on the fly without doing any code plug uploads or anything like that. There's hotkeys for literally everything. The side buttons, you can do whatever you want with them. You get improved audio, which means you sound less like a potato. You have a little more presence. You get FM broadcast band, for when DMR gets lonely. Morse code mode, because you might still want to beep to people like it's 1943. Open source, because we're nerds and we want control over everything. It basically upgrades your GD77 from entry-level regret to flex on your net friends. Alright, enough foreplay. So, what do we need here? We're going to need our radio. We're going to need programming cable. We're going to need a Windows PC. And the OpenGD77 CPS and firmware files, which I will link in the description. And maybe a little patience and coffee. Lots of coffee. Alright, so let's go to OpenGD77.com. We want to grab the latest firmware. And we want to grab the OpenGD CPS. So let's go to CPS here. So there's our CPS downloading. We'll go back here. And we'll get our firmware. GD77 is what we're doing. Let's go with the stable version here. So I want to open GD77. Got that now. Not sure what these voice prompts are. Oh, we can change the voices. Don't really care much about that. We'll come back to it another time. Alright, so now let's extract these zipped files here into their respective folders. So the first thing we're going to do is open the CPS. We're going to install this. We're going to say yes to administrative rights. Well, let's create a shortcut. Why not? Okay, So it has installed. This is the OpenGD77 CPS here. Now, we're going to plug in our programming cable here. Something I always do when I plug in my cable is you go to your start menu here and you right click it, go device manager, and you'll get this window come up. And what you want to do is go to this one here that says ports and expand it. And here you can see what port you're on. So this one's on COM port 4, prolific USB to serial COM port. That's what you're looking for, the prolific. So we're COM 4. So keep that in mind when you're back in your program here, because you can set it somewhere. Let's read from the radio. Yeah, it'll ask us here, so we go COM port 4. Yeah. Alright, there's one thing we need, and that is an official firmware. So we're going to go to this address here, which I will also paste a link in the description. And we need to find the GD77 on the official website. And the firmware version that we are going to get is the 4.3.6 ham version. We're going to download that. And then in our download folder, we're going to extract it. So we have everything in here that we need. Alright, so now we start the CPS. We're going to go to the extras menu. We're going to go firmware loader. So we're going to find our official firmware by clicking that, which was in that folder that we just extracted. We're looking for the SGL file, which is right there. So it's been verified. Okay, so we're going to put this in firmware mode now. Just press these two buttons with your big fat thumb like I have, and turn it on. And I'll let go. The screen should be blank, and the green light should be on. We go back to the software, hit select file and update, and we want to choose the zip file, OpenGD77.zip. Press open. So I've replaced my cable. Turns out the one I had was not right, so I've made my own cable here. So we'll put this in firmware mode. So we'll go to the extras menu, firmware loader, make sure we've got our original firmware selected here that we downloaded. It's been verified, that's great. Now we'll go select the file. We want to select the OpenGD77.zip. And we'll open that. And there we go. Firmware upgrade complete. Please reboot the radio. Okay. We'll turn it off. We'll turn it back on. Hey, hey. Wow, that's a different screen. Oh, I like that. Squelch is right there. So I haven't programmed this yet. There's a really good website here with documentation here on how to use the radio. They've got a bunch of code plugs too. But here it's got all the new functions, how they're set from the factory here. I'll post this in the description below. And it has a bunch of upgrade information as well. This is the pinout that I used to build the cable right here. So this is a neat little feature here. You can enter your country region in, which mine is Canada, 302. You hit download from and it'll throw all the 302 contacts onto the radio. So it's going to try writing that and see what it does. So I put in a couple things here, just want to get it going. I got my call sign, my DMR ID in here. Just leaving it with what's pre-programmed, some digital contacts here, which is the parent tester and worldwide talk group 91. I'm changing my hotspot channel here to hotspot, which is to connect to my hotspot, and these are my settings. So we'll save that as a thing, and let's write it to the radio. So we'll put this antenna on.
November. My name is Bruce from Southern California, USA. Time here is 1:15. I got home late from work, and I'm just too wired up to go to bed. So I played the radio for an hour. I've got a few minutes. I'm going to call it quits and go to bed for the evening. Anyway, back to this Whiskey 6 Bravo, Romeo November. Back to call 7 Juliet November Mike.
Well, there we go. There we go. So we can change talk groups through here.
It's just as good as yours. Anyway, back to you for a short.
Well, I'm gonna have fun playing around with this. Thanks for watching. This is super easy to do. Just so you know, a Baofeng cable does not work. Radioddity's got its own style, and it's not a USB to serial. It's just literally direct USB pins to these. So you can make one very easily. I'll leave the link to that diagram in the description. There's a whole write-up of how to do everything on there and how to use the radio too. So I'm going to leave it at that. I won't really get into too much of the features or a review or anything. But I just wanted to show how simple it is to do it, because it's something I've wanted to do for a while. And it's just another project we're clearing off the shelf. So thanks for joining me today. Let me know what you think in the comments, and hope to see you again.